Here's the thing. My philosophy, I know Sean's philosophy, many other people in this business, their philosophy is that every customer should own everything CUTCO makes plus 10 gifts. So every customer should own everything CUTCO makes plus 10 gifts. Every day should be your best day ever. Right? Go into every day saying to yourself, making your intention that this is going to be your best day ever in your career. Now, is that going to happen every day? Probably not. But if it's your intention and your focus on it, is it more likely that it's going to happen? Absolutely.
Before every appointment, I learned this from Sean, it's a great thing. It's all about visualization. Before every single appointment, take out a blank order form and visualize yourself writing it up and writing up the biggest order you've ever written up for your entire career. So get to your appointment 5 minutes early, sit down the street, pull out an order form and look at that order form and imagine yourself writing that customer's name on that order form. Some people actually fill out their name, the rep number, the office number, and the customer's name. Right? I even know some people who write up an ultimate order and they just have it in their demo book, and when they get to closing, they're like, Mrs. Jones, I knew you were going to love this stuff so much, I already wrote up this order for you. Now, I don't do that because I'm not that's not my style, okay? If it's not your style, you shouldn't. Some people do that. At least visualize yourself writing up the order form, right? Writing the customer's name in it and writing up the biggest order you've ever written up for your entire career. I know Rick just sold a CUTCO kitchen this weekend. Was that your biggest order ever, Rick? Yeah. So now Rick's got to challenge himself to think about what's a bigger order than that? A CUTCO kitchen plus a set of stainless steel flatware, plus 10 gifts, plus all the hunting knives, right? There's so many ways you can get bigger packages than just a CUTCO kitchen. Don't hold yourself back. Visualize yourself writing up your biggest order ever. And what's really amazing is that when you're intentional about that, it may not happen on every demo, but I guarantee you if you do it every day for 40 demos straight, for 2 weeks straight, you're much more likely to get that biggest order ever, simply because you're visualizing it, it's your intention, and subconsciously in the back of your mind, it's more, your mind is actually working on finding a way to make it happen. That's the power of intention.
Think big, believe big, act big, and your results will be big. Utilize layers in the business. Okay, so for those of you that are newer, maybe you're only doing demos right now. I would encourage you to learn how to do service calls as soon as possible so you can start scheduling people who already own CUTCO and go do service calls for them and sharpen their knives. It's another layer to the business. Those of you that are at higher levels already, work all the different layers that you can. My biggest push weeks have always been the ones where I actually work all the different programs all at once during the 2 weeks. And so I want to break down Sean's $40,000 push week for you. Current record for RDC, over $40,000, almost $42,000. Sean did 30 demos and service calls, had 35 phone orders from his past customers, had two two-day shows. So he was at the booth 2 days, and then the next weekend was at the booth 2 more days, right? So he was at the booth for 4 days. Had 3 business gift orders. Those of you that are new, you may know somebody who already has CUTCO, or that you sold CUTCO to that also owns a business. Go back, get a business gift order from him. And had 1 realtor team meeting. So my push week, I did over 45 demos and service calls. I had over 45 past customer phone orders. I also had 2 two-day shows. I had 2 business gift orders, and I did 2 realtor team meetings.
Begin preparing yourself now. What can you do this week to prepare yourself to actually have different layers that you can work? Get your lists ready now, right? Like think about who are your past customers that you could go back and see. Some of you are newer, but you started 6 months ago, or you started last fall, or you started last summer. You know what's awesome is that you can go back and see all the people you sold galleys or homemakers or ultimates to and show them cookware. And so if you get the cookware prospectus and the cookware training manual, it tells you exactly how to make the phone call, exactly how to show the cookware, and exactly how to sell someone on that cookware. And the phone call is the same thing. Hey, I learned a new program. How do you like your CUTCO? Great. I learned a new program. I'd love to come out and show you. Just like before, you don't have to buy anything because it helps me out just to show it. So it won't take very long at all. And then you go out, you pop in the cookware DVD, you show them the cookware in the pan, you do a couple tests on it, you show them the features and benefits of good and bad cookware, show them the features and benefits of CUTCO, the guarantee, show them the sets, do names of uses, close the deal, just like that. It's an easy way to sell an extra 1,000 or 1,200 CPO just by selling a set of cookware to somebody that you already sold $1,000 worth of CUTCO to before. So great way to increase your business by just going back and seeing people. Again, cookware is another layer. So there's demos, there's service calls, there's cookware, there's fairs and shows, there's past customers, there's business gift orders, the realtor program if you're qualified for it. There's all different ways that you can sell CUTCO.